This is the plaintiff, Rokeem Welsh. She says the defendant repossessed his car, and when he went to retrieve it, he'd lost the thing. It took 2 weeks for the guy to locate the car in another state, and when he finally got it back, it was damaged. The defendant's totally responsible for the damages, and he wants him to step up and do what's right, and that's to pay him the $1,858 he's owed. This is the defendant, Russell Holmes. He says the plaintiff's car was transferred to another state for auction, which is standard procedure. He actually went above and beyond for the plaintiff, tried to make him happy, and did nothing but help him get his car back. And this is the thanks he gets, a lawsuit? He's accused of losing it.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Rokeem Welsh?
Yes.
You are suing the repo company. You've asked us not to use your name, and I will respect that. Represented here by Russell Holmes. You're the vice president of the company?
I am.
Are you an owner?
I am.
Okay. For $1,858 that you say you are out as a result of them negligently not returning your car to you after you paid up your...
Storage fees.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
Well, my car was repossessed on December 14th.
Okay.
On December 20th, I paid the car company the money via MoneyGram. And 2 days later, December 22nd,
okay.
She gave me an appointment for that evening to come get the car.
Okay.
I get there roughly 5:30. I paid $516 cash.
For the storage?
Yes, for the storage.
Okay.
They gave me a slip. They told me my car was at a lot parked a few blocks from their office.
Okay.
I waited about 5 minutes. They sent me over to the lot. I went over there. The guy was sitting there. He acted like he couldn't find the car. He asked me would I mind helping. He gave me a flashlight. I went to the lot with him with the flashlight.
That's cold, man.
Yes.
You charge a guy storage fees and you tell him, get your own darn car. Seriously?
So
okay, go on.
He couldn't find it, so basically I helped him out. And I saw 3 other white Nissans there, but not mine. So from there, I returned to his office, and I explained the situation to him, let him know that the car wasn't there. He had no idea basically what was going on. He told me give him a minute. That minute turned into almost 2 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Finally, he comes out, Mr. Welch, we think your car's been sent to New Jersey.
Who came out and said that to you? He did?
One of their representatives.
Not you?
I believe his name is Jeff.
Okay.
He came out approximately 2 hours later and said, I think your car has been sent to New Jersey. He
For
wasn't
what?
even sure.
For sale?
To me?
Yes.
For sale?
Yeah, the bank makes us transport the vehicles. They send a transporter to come pick it up, whatever period of time.
Yeah,
that
but there's
they
a
deem.
period of time that's supposed to be...
It goes to the auction, and then they have to wait a total of 30 days before they sell it.
All right, so the car's gone, and you tell him, hey, things worked out in a way that they shouldn't have been. We'll get the car back, blah, blah, blah. It's now the 23rd of December. Okay. When do you get the car back to him?
Not until a couple of weeks later. The reason being, it's almost like a transfer of... like the collateral has to be logged in separate steps to the ways on who has it. Like a chain of evidence, whatever.
So this guy was without a car during the whole holiday season?
What actually ended up happening, we sent our driver up there twice to the auction to try to get it on our dime to bring it back, even though it wasn't any fault of ours. When we got up there, finally the second time they said they need a release from the finance company to give us the car back. We can't even take it back from them. So the finance company...
But somebody should have figured that out, that you need a release.
And that was we never had to do this before. But companies like this finance company doesn't have their own repossession department.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this about 7 years.
Do you find people hate you?
Yeah, just by the pure nature of what I do, yes.
Do you know that my first job was a repo man?
See?
On the phone?
My most successful agents are women.
And I weighed about 100 pounds, but I was very menacing on the phone.
I can see that.
Very menacing.
Is it wrong for people to hate repo guys so much?
No.
Why? They might be perfectly nice guys.
It's just their job.
I know, but can you hate them? They're just doing their job. Why would you hate them for just doing their job?
Because look at what they do to you. They take everything you own.
You should have paid.
You just don't like what they do. I mean, it may not be the guy that you hate, but...
If you screamed at them, would you feel bad later?
No.
God, they are honest today, going inside the courtroom.
So we ended up talking in the people who hired us, which is called the forwarding company, who he had dealt with on the phone also. They end up getting in touch with Nissan.
You got him his car back 2 weeks later.
We paid to have it transported back to us. We had it delivered to him. And then the finance company actually credited money back to his account.
How much?
For the inconvenience. $96.09
Wait, let me see that.
in regards to not opening any other lawsuit to us or to
you?
or the finance company, because we're actually listed as an
let me
agent.
see that, because I didn't see your name in that release.
Well, we're one of the agents, and I have our contract showing we're an agent, and it actually says agents.
So tell me about this release. You sign it at the car dealership? Or at the finance company, I
No, they
mean?
faxed it to me.
Right. So what they did was they took almost $400 off as a credit for your troubles.
Yes.
But what about the $516 in storage fees that you charged him?
Actually, those were entitled to us. He would have been paying those to us or to the auction. We did have the car.
Okay, but did you return that to him?
As far as I know, that was part of the return.
No, so you didn't return
We did
that
not
to him.
physically.
Okay,
it was
but
worked
in
out.
your answer to the complaint, you say you returned it to him.
Right,
So,
and then
in fact, let me read the answer to the complaint. You say a lot of things, and I want to know which of them you're
and some were
retreating from.
corrected today, because again, like I said, I didn't deal with this until a couple of days ago.
Okay, so why'd they pick you? Because you're telegenic?
Because I'm the one.
Because you're the one. What does that mean?
I'm the one who handles the problems at the office.
You're the
Chosen one. Lucky me.
You're the closer. All right, closer. Let's see what you changed on. Did you give him money for a rental car? No.
No, but I was told
So
that
what
we
you
had
got?
offered
Wait, stop.
that.
Just stop. Just so I want to be clear what you've changed. What you're saying is that there was a $396 credit given to him,
correct.
and that release covers you as an agent of the finance company.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, you are out a bunch of money.
Yes.
Okay. If everything had worked the way it was supposed to, you would have had a car on December 23rd.
Yes.
Instead, you had a car on what date?
January 5th, I believe.
So we're talking about almost 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, in a perfect world, your measure of damages would be what you're out by not having a car for 2 weeks, because that's what this all cost you.
Correct.
It costs about $180 in your area to rent a car a week. So that would be about $360. You ended up getting from the finance company $390-something. Okay. And you sign a release that says that you release the finance company, any of its heirs, parents, subsidiaries, executors, directors, officers, administrators, agents, and he is the agent, legally speaking, of the finance company. In other words, the finance company employs him to do their finance company's work.
Correct.
That's what an agent is. So why is he not right that this release covers him?
Well, when I spoke to the finance company upon signing that release, and I told them what I was going to do, I threatened to sue them at first.
Right. No, I know.
And that amount of money is only one Cardinals payment that they agreed to take off.
Right.
And when I named her, this company...
Between you and I, you should have held
When
out
I
for
named
more.
her, she told me no, they had no parts of this. They were covering their behinds.
That is not true, and that is not. And she's not here to defend herself, but I am here to.
No, I understand that.
You got to understand something. I only go by what you signed, and
Correct.
what you signed definitely says agents. So don't get your legal advice from the lady who works for the finance company.
Right.
But what happened is you figured, oh, that's good, I get a payment, and then you signed it, and you didn't realize what you were doing. That's what ended up happening. When you got the car back, was it in good condition, bad condition? What happened?
Not in my estimate. I have pictures.
So on top of that, the car was, but was there something wrong with it, or it was just dirty?
No, it was just filthy. Filthy. The license plates wasn't on it. They had stripped the registration sticker off and tried to tape it back up. And they stripped the license plates off so bad that to this day, I cannot get my front license plate back on.
Okay, but hold on. Where were the license plates?
They never even returned it with the car. They brought the car back to my house with no plates. I had to get back on the phone, call them and say, where's the plates?
And then they brought you the plates?
Then they brought me back the plates.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if I were you, I would have held out for 2 car payments, just for your troubles.
Well, like I said, when I spoke to her, she didn't. I told her what I was going to do and my intentions was, and she did not name them.
Well, you know what? Don't get your legal advice from an employee at the finance company, because that is what you signed. And I feel bad because you should be getting 2 car payments, and that should be coming out of their hide. How dare they take that $500 after they end up doing this to you? I don't know.
And
how
they
you
never
can do
offered
that.
to rent a car.
Seriously, if you were in charge, because apparently they brought you in for the lawsuit, okay? Because you're like, what was Harvey Keitel's role in Pulp Fiction? What did they call him?
Mr. Wolf.
The cleaner. You are the cleaner.
I am.
That is who you are. You are the cleaner. If the cleaner had gotten involved a little sooner,
He would have been refunded his money.
that's outrageous,
I agree.
right?
I also have the condition reports from us and from the auction when they got the car. The transport company did have the car overnight, so I don't
All right,
know. but
we're
I'll tell
done.
you
I
that.
mean, my work is done here because you made my work a little too easy this day. You can't sue him because you signed a release against the finance company and all of its agents, and he is their agent. It's basically like the case was over when you signed this release. Now, I got to tell you, I don't know, between you, me, and a lamppost, if you want to do like a goodwill thing out in that hallway, that's between you two and Mahal guy. It's not as though you're going to change the mind of America against repo men.
Never.
But just seems sort of lame that this poor guy ends up having to pay you guys for storage and then do without a car
Not to
for
mention
2
over
weeks.
$200 I spent in cab fees because I had no car.
I'm sure. But see, that's what you should get is like you should get some money for your trouble and $300.
I didn't even want it to come to this far.
Stop talking and listen to me when I'm in the middle of a sentence. What you should get to make you whole, which is what court's about. It's about making you whole, okay? Making it like it didn't happen. In my opinion, if you had not signed a release, I would be looking for you to get the cost of renting a car. If you chose not to rent a car, it's your business, but the cost of renting a car is about $360, and then some money for your trouble, okay? That's what I would be doing. You took it out of my hands by taking $390-something. You already took it, and you closed the case out against everybody. There's nothing I can do to change what you did that day when you signed a release. Releases are pretty serious things. You should be showing them to someone who knows how to read and interpret them if you don't know how to read and interpret them. Based on the release that you signed, I cannot allow you to collect any further money from them, and I find in favor of the defendants in this case.
Well, let's see what the plaintiff has to say about this. You signed that release. You regret signing that?
Well, like I said, I went over with the people from the finance company, and she did not name them. I told her what my actions were going to be, and basically she encouraged it.
Yeah, maybe you didn't get the best legal advice from the finance person there.
Right.
Well, you think maybe he owes you something?
I mean...
You want me to ask him if what he's willing to do?
Well, they haven't done nothing by now, you know, because I didn't really want to come to this point. I didn't want it to come to this point.
Would you still accept it, maybe?
Of course I would, but like I said, I never really wanted to bring it to this point, but
All
they
right.
kept promising me something, so I was trying to collect on it.
All right, you head down this way, and let's see what he has to say about things. All right, here he comes. The character in Pulp Fiction, you remember him, right?
Yes, I do.
Harvey Keitel played Mr. Winston.
Yes.
He cleaned up messes.
The wolf.
That's what he did. Yeah, the wolf.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, right?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf. All right, Mr. Wolf. What are you willing to do to clean up this mess?
He can contact me, and I'll make sure he gets $300 refunded to him.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't our fault, nor was it his fault, but he shouldn't have to be out money for it.
All right. We'll make sure he hears that back there.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good movie.
Yes,
Harvey?
it was.
Okay, you know, the laws vary from state to state, but repo guys have specific laws that they have to follow. And if they violate the laws in repossessing property, they can be sued for lots and lots of damages.